Hey everybody, Raymond from Two Drunk Brothers Garage. I'm down here in Georgia at my daughter and son-in-law's house, and gonna do spark plugs and coil packs on my daughter's 2012 Corolla. So Kenny's home in
Home in
Michigan. I'm
Alaska.
just down visiting, taking care of this for my oldest daughter. Hope you guys enjoy the video. So this is my daughter's 2012 Toyota Corolla. It was throwing two codes, misfire cylinder 1, misfire cylinder 2. She took it to the dealer before I got here. Her and her husband lived down in Georgia, but they took it to the dealer. It was going to be like $1,000 to get the coil packs. That's the misfire is what they were saying. So we bought the coils, but just going to be unsnapping that connector, taking that 10mm bolt out, and that whole coil pack slides out of that sleeve. And then we're going to go ahead and change the spark plugs while we're in here and then put it back together. Funny thing, after the dealer got a hold of it and she got it back, the check engine light went out and it hasn't thrown any more codes. And I've been driving this for a week and it's been running fine. She told me it was running rough, obviously because of the misfires. But we're going to go ahead and change them out because I live 3,000 miles away. So I'm here. We're going to do it. Here is the new coil packs, and this is what they look like. That just slides down right there over the spark plug. We're going to go ahead and change the spark plug out at the same time. So here we go. Because we're disconnecting electrical connections and everything on the coils, I always like to disconnect the battery. Just for safety when you're plugging them back in. I don't know if you need to, but it's just a step that I do. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the negative off the battery, and then we'll start with the coil packs. Just a 10mm nut on there. We're just taking the positive side off. And that's good, and you can just pull it up and pull that whole thing right up off. Nope, just grab that whole thing and grab it. Yep. You ain't gonna hurt you. There you go. Set it down to the side. There you go. Now you can leave the negative.
Okay. Yeah, because we don't install some ones.
Yeah. Yep. Now we're gonna start with the.
Is that a bird in here?
But we're just disconnecting these wires. These little connectors have a little push tab there that releases, and then you can pull the whole body of the connector off of the thing, and I might not be able to do it one-handed, but my son-in-law is pulling the ones off of there. So we got all four disconnected, and now we're going to get a 10mm and back that nut out and then pull the coil packs out. It's 10mm, and it's a pretty long bolt, so it takes a little bit, but we're just going to back those out. So there's the 10mm bolt that came out of that first one. We're going to go ahead and should loose and then just kind of pop straight up. And it pops off because the end is the part that slides down over the spark plug down in the cylinder. Spark plug's down in there. Sorry, you guys probably can't see because of the darkness. But we're gonna go ahead and pull the next three out and get those ready to do the spark plugs next. All right, so we got all four of them out. Now we're gonna get down in there and pull the spark plugs. These are, like I said, 1 and 2, we're throwing the code. 3 and 4 should be good, should be fine, but we're just gonna change them all out. We're gonna do the spark plugs. The car's got I think 117,000 miles on it, but we'll verify it when we get back together. So now onto the spark plug. So we got a 6-inch extension on a 9/16 socket. The spark plugs are 9/16. You gotta kind of hold this little plastic back to get that in there, but gonna go ahead and break those loose and get that. There it is, and just keep taking it out. I'm gonna back that spark plug out and get it out of the hole. We don't have a spark plug wrench with the little rubber grommet that holds the spark plug in, so we'll see if we get this broken loose and see if we can get it up out of there. If not, I got a little trick that helps get it out of there. So we're gonna just leave the spark plugs in for now because we don't have that spark plug wrench and it's so far down in there. We need the rubber grommet. I was gonna try to, I thought maybe we could get it up out of there, but I don't have a set of grabby fingers or else we could have. But for tightening, just imagine that we had changed that spark plug out, tighten it by hand, and then get your ratchet about there, and you only want to tighten it about
90
45 degrees. And you'll feel, you just don't want to over tighten those spark plugs down in there. So I run them in hand tight with the extension, and then, oh, I went ahead and, hold on a second folks, I got this going the wrong way. I only run it about
90.
45. And that's about it. So we did get that old spark plug tightened back up in there. We're just gonna stop and get a spark plug wrench tomorrow, 9/16, and we'll just change out those spark plugs then, but just, they're not bad. Just gotta make sure you got that spark plug wrench. But so we're gonna put the new coils back in, but we are gonna put a dab of dielectric grease in the end of them. It'll just, that's probably good. Just something to help them slide down and give a good connection over the spark plugs. Got the 4 new coil packs in. Now we're just gonna run the 10mm bolts down, tighten them all up.
Stop.
So all the 10mm nuts are back in. Now we're gonna just hook the wires back up. Wires are reconnected. Now we're gonna put the positive back on and then we'll test run the car. So we got the positive cable back on, and now we're gonna go ahead and start it, and should run. There was no codes before we took this apart, but I think when the dealer cleared the codes, they just never popped back up. There we, that wasn't you? Well, that was weird. Maybe from a battery disconnect? Yeah, that was weird. It started up, ran for a second, and shut down. Any engine light? No checked engine light, folks. So that's changing out the coils on a 2012 Camry with a 1.8 liter. Snap the cover back down. No check engine lights. I think she's ready to drive another 115,000 miles.
Sorry.
Okay, guys, that's it for the 2012 Corolla with a 1.8 liter engine. Coil packs. We didn't do the spark plugs, like I said. I don't have the wrench, and you just can't get the spark plugs out of down inside of the motor. But if you guys like the video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe and leave a comment. We'd appreciate it. And cheers. Two Drunk Brothers Garage. Cheers, brother.